this is Tony. Here I am on another adventure, a Masonic adventure. As you can see from that thing right there. I am here in Gloucester, Virginia. Not Gloucester, Maine, not Mass, not any place else. Gloucester, Virginia. Here at Lodge number 7, Botetourt Lodge. Here at number 7 in downtown, very historic lodge. A lot of times when you see numbers of lodges, if they're a low number, that means it's very, very old. This is one of those. Established back in 1800s, maybe 17s. I'm about to find out, because you've just entered the coolest lodge, Masonic edition. Well, good news and bad news. Good news is we are now inside. The bad news is I didn't do it the same day. As you can tell, I got a different shirt on. This is actually like 4 days later, but they were doing something else. Anyway, they didn't know if they wanted me to do a video, but they saw my other videos and said, go for it. So now we're going to do a video here. We are now upstairs in this room, and they've got their most recent district deputies that are from this lodge pictures here. So I'm going to turn this thing around so you can see what I'm looking at going into this room. So they've got a small foyer here area. They've got a sword. These are nice swords. You could buy these online. They're about $60, I think, but they're heavy. They're stout. Nice claymore looking sword there. You've probably seen those before. And this is their aprons and their sign-in book here. Sign-in book would go there. That's some of their aprons they've got there. They've got some really nice items. Even got their lodge name on the front of this Holy Bible. Really like that. And I also like this, the paper ones here. I haven't seen these before. I've seen the paper ones, but not with everyone's name on there. Look at that, you get them to sign them. That's kind of cool. So that one's Norfolk Lodge number 1. It looks like they had that, was the hosting lodge. And here's this lodge here, number 7. Really cool. Now, I have not seen this before. This is cool. Look at this ballot box that's got a door that opens to the side. Never seen one of those. I love seeing things like that that are just as functional as what they use now, but they're so different. Looks like they've got some swords here. Got one from Shriners Hospital. They got a really nice sword here. I'm gonna let you stop and read that if you'd like, for your viewing pleasure. And maybe it has something to do with this sword here. Wow. It's definitely got some age on it. Anybody know that guy? I don't know him either. Got a small library here. Got some books. And we're going to go inside the lodge room. I also like these door knockers. Remember we saw one of the lodges it had a spring loaded. All you had to do was hit it like that, and it stuck out like this and was spring loaded up here. So all you had to do was dink, dink, dink. Just hit it with your finger, it was spring loaded. Now we are inside old number 7. There we go. It's not a huge lodge. Staff's pretty consistent. Their holders pretty consistent. What you find in other lodges. We'll start down here at the senior ward's desk. Good thing about this lodge is they've got AC. They are in Virginia. This is no longer Pennsylvania or New York, so they are open year round. And I like the fact that he's got a level. Look at the workmanship on this. So they're all identical. Here's the most worshipful. I don't have a year on him. I guess he may be the first one. But I like this. That's a nice stand right there. And I also see that he doesn't have a truncheon up here. He's actually got a gavel. Another staff holder here, and here you would have your marshal would sit. And they don't use a master of ceremonies here. I forget exactly what he said those other 2 chairs were for. So seeing along the side, what we got here? This young man here, can you read that? If I move enough, you can read it. That's that young man there, Richard Coleman. That's like a nice piece of history for their lodge. Like the flag there. They keep their jewels in here for their officers. He showed me that. Bob showed me that. And also their aprons down here. And I asked him why he kept them here, because there's no other Blue Lodge that meets here. I typically find that when there are other Blue Lodges that all meet in the same building, so they all have their own set of aprons and jewels for their officers, but not so much in this one, so that's fine. I want to show you a copy of their charter. That's a nice piece there. And you got your secretary and treasurer, and you can probably guess who that is. That's going to be your treasurer over there. You see the much smaller desk, and other secretary's got a little larger desk. I only see those swapped in Pennsylvania. You have to check those out in Pennsylvania. So here's your master. He's got the master logo square on that. That's a really nice piece. It's one of the nicer looking columns I've seen that are decorated. I've seen some solid white ones that look like columns, but they're not decorated quite like that. And you see some corn white and oil up here. I don't know what that's for. Well, actually I do, but won't go into that. You got your ashlar here, and your smooth one over there. Looks like they got separate blocks for, I don't know, maybe they want to hit their staffs on them or something, because they've also got a larger one there, and they've got one on the other side over there. You see it right there. But back to where we were. I like the tops of these. I think that's a Scottish Rite. Is that Ud? And that's a good one there for the master seat. You see another one looks like the one from the other side. And there's a set of working tools. That's a pretty common set. I've seen that set a lot. In fact, one of my home lodges got a set identical to that one, or so it would seem. I like that trowel. Neat. You've got an additional column here for some reason. I actually don't know why. There's a dinger bell. Yikes. That makes a noise when it calls a ruckus. We've seen this before. This is probably the most common picture George Washington would see in lodges. Reproduction, but it was reproduced a long time ago. This is definitely an old piece. I'll give you that. He's holding his setting maul in his hand there. Pretty common to see it. A lot of these older chairs too, they've actually got Masonic logos on them, which is pretty neat. Definitely got some age, different bottoms. Look, some of them have been replaced. And in this lodge, they're gonna set their stewards next to the junior warden. So that's where the junior warden sits. Another thing you're going to notice is they will put their columns over here. These columns are not real tall. The top of this column is about 5'6", so they're not real tall. They said they will move them during degree work to a different location. And if you're a Mason, you probably know what location that might be, but they would not be standing here. But during regular open lodge, they put these columns here. A little bit of work to them. It's got some stars, and that one's terrestrial there. Looks like it was hand painted. Kind of neat. I like it. Looks like they do have a, well, that's a rope here, isn't it? Oh, it's got lots of plumb. How about that? Looks like someone forgot their, got to put that one back maybe. Maybe that may be an extra one they use for degree work or something. Possible. I know a place in our degree work we could possibly use that, but I don't know if they do the same thing here. I like the fact they've got a plumb there on the front of that. It's not really a column, I guess. It's just a table. And take a look at the workmanship on this. I don't think I've ever seen one that looks quite like this. I don't know if those are birds coming off the side, but it's kind of a neat emblem. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. And I also like the workmanship that this column is not actually part of the main piece in the center. And they've got their lights on the side, which is the size of the column. It's really good condition. It's in really good condition. Let's see if that thing, this whole thing here opens up like that. Let's see what we got in here. We'll take a look. Oh, they got some items in there. They kind of look familiar. I don't know what they would be. Well, I do, but I'm not going to tell you because you might not be a Mason. You see all these will plug in here. So they hit those with one switch. But I do like the front of that altar. Yes, I'm walking in this area because I'm doing a video. So there you have it. So if you're ever in the area and you want to come see these brothers, I'm sure they'll welcome you with open arms like they did me, even here for practice day. They're about ready to start practice, I would think, any minute now. I think they started in like 10 minutes. Come see these brothers. Not a huge lodge. They'll still seat 35 or so, but you come in and see them. They've got air conditioning, so that's always good. So if you find them, and one other thing, they tend to have practices twice a week. They have them on Mondays and they have them on Fridays, I think they said. Because I think it was Friday I was here last. So they have them late in the day on both those days. But send them an email, which is what I did. I actually sent it through Facebook, found their Facebook, and got a hold of them, and so that they could tell us exactly where, tell us when they were having the meetings, when they were having to get together. Because even though you go into town and you're traveling and you're in a community and you look online and it says, well, we're not having lunch tonight, they still might be having something, just like this one here. Today they're having a practice, so I'm going to participate in a practice. Maybe if they're having degree work, I can be the candidate. That'd be even better. I'm going to let you go. Be sure to like and subscribe and send this to your friends. The more times you like it, the better YouTube puts it on a rotation and lets other people see it. So anytime you definitely like a video, especially one of mine, click that like button so that it helps get the video out to other people. But let me let you go. So if you're ever in this area here in Gloucester, Virginia, be sure to stop by and see these brothers. So I'm just out here living the coolest life, Masonic edition.